People got to be smart with their money, and I'm assuming you're being smart with your money and doing what's right. And, you know,
you gotta kind of. I've lived a very rocky career. Like Korn is an exception because they 5 kids from Bakersfield had this vision, had these like they didn't know what they were doing, you know, but they hit and they had something that appealed to the masses, and then they kept blowing up and they got bigger and bigger, and they kind of stayed on this wave. My career's been this. My whole, you know, I'd get a gig, make a ton of money one year, no money the next year. A little bit of money, you know, I've been a hired gun for many bands. I've had my own original bands. Get right there, get the Warner Brothers deal, and then get dropped. Like I've had to put a wig on and play disco music for 6 months to pay my bills. I taught drum lessons. I did it all.
Being a musician today has got to be just one of the hardest things. Like being a stand-up comedian, it's got to be hard, but even a musician, even harder. You
have to be completely dedicated and loyal and willing to sacrifice your family. Dude, you have to, because there's no. I feel bad like when young kids come to my drum. I do a lot of drum clinics worldwide. But when they come over, I'm like, I don't even know what to tell. They're like, what do I do? I want to get like you someday. I'm like, wow, because it was so different. I moved out in '88 when the strip was still happening in LA, and the whole like. Everybody was this hunger thing. People were signing bands. They were giving you $1 million advances. All that was. They don't do that these days.
No, when it was.
Dude, if you get a record deal these days, sometimes it's a curse. You don't even want to have a good record deal because they can make your career plummet. So it's a scary thing. But I tell them, I go, never lose that feeling you had the first time you picked up sticks or the first time you played that guitar or sang in a microphone. Never lose that feeling because the business will try to squash that from you. Take all that, you know. You got the. I still to this day, I feel privileged to be able to play on a stage every night, make money doing it, and I never take it for granted because I've been to all extremes, you know.
How old were you when you knew?
I knew at a very young age, in my early teens, I knew I'd be doing this.
You knew you would be doing it. Yeah, some people just know. It's
dude, 118-acre farm in the middle of Pittsburgh, in the middle of nowhere, and it was like.
Wow, and you knew.
I knew because I was out there baling hay and doing farm work, and then my allergies would get really bad, and I'd go to my room and play my drums. That ended up being like 2 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 6 hours a day. Next thing you know, I started my own band at 14, my own rock band, and then I never stopped, you know. So, but I knew rich, poor. I didn't get into the whole rock star thing. I was just about making them living, playing.
And you had to work harder because you had to actually go put out flyers and distribute cassettes. And things like that, or CDs, or now the next guy's burning CDs, and now they're starting to give away USBs with their music on it.
Some guy gave me a wristband the other day. It had
with the music.
That was rad. I was like,
the newest thing.
Yep.
That's a badass idea. It works, you know, but it's all like what these new kids are doing to get themselves out there to be the next.
Why not?
You know, why not? But it only happens to a few.
Yeah.
And you know, it's great, as you said earlier, you appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, and then like even in my industry in radio, which is a dying radio business. But there are a lot of people who just don't appreciate it.
I know.
Don't appreciate it. So there's other, you know, you're not calling out other bands, but there's just probably times we've done meet and greets, or you know, there's a band that's playing next week here, Weezer. I don't care about saying it.
Yeah.
Won't give us a meet and greet for the life of them. And it's like, wouldn't they want to meet you?
That's the fans are the reason we're here today playing. I mean, it's, you know, and this is.
Chappelle's great about it. 3 Days Grace is really good about coming out and meeting fans. You guys have always been amazing with your fans.
You have to be, man, because it keeps it going. And we're fans ourselves. We get it. Like, I know what it's like when we still buy, right? Me and Monkey were just talking about the records we just purchased recently. And I purchased a lot of bands off this stage. We purchased, I bought the Amir record, I bought the Islander record. Like, I'm new fans of these bands, and I want to support them. Sometimes I'll go out and Best Buy and buy 6 copies of something and give it to my friends because I know they're not going to buy it.
Yeah,
that's
how do you get turned on to music? Like, I know how I'm getting my music from, you know, a lot of Faction. I listen to Faction and Octane a lot, and you know, our station as well. But you know, you got to listen to these other outside resources because terrestrial radio wants to just say, hey, fucking Black Sabbath and AC/DC are like new rock or something, and it's not. I mean, give classic its props, but man, every station in every city is a classic rock station, and you know, modern rock's just not finding its place anymore. It's sad.
A lot of it's here at these festivals. We get turned on to someone new, or like our management will say, you know, here's this band or here's that band. But it's really hard. I mean, it's like unless someone turns you on YouTube or something, or you're watching it, it's like, you know, it's weird. But there are a few of us out there that still buy records and still, you know, it's just weird. Like with the whole Spotify thing and the whole, I don't know, I don't get it. It's like we work so hard in the studios. I think if someone would actually see like the paradigm shift, like we put out those behind the scenes videos. Sebastian has like tons of footage of us literally writing the entire song, and you could see like if everyone got to see what went into it, to actually going in the studio with the producer, all that mind screw things that go on with us when it's become so close and personal to us, that song, and then when a producer just completely rearranges it, that all the process, I think if people would see more of that, like the average, everyday schmo might go like, wow, that was a huge thing, and it's only $12.
Yeah, they put in a lot of work.
I got that in my wallet.
It costs millions to make.
Dude.
Right. Whereas a movie draws, still a shitty movie's going to draw $15 a ticket.
Yep.
That's a crappy movie.
I mean, there's no use, like I said, we can cry about it all we want. It's not going away. I mean, there's...
You got to change with the paradigm.
Yeah.
In this case.
Yep.
Start new rules with it.
Yep. We'll see.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys.
Really
Thanks.